Hello, friends. We have been discussing many topics under the broad heading of beyond soft skills. And today we are going to discuss about compassion. Compassion is a virtue. It's something good and inherent in all human beings. Actually, when we show our concern about the sufferings of another person, we are showing compassion. And it could be little more than that. If we are actually feeling the sufferings of the other person, trying to understand what that person is undergoing, then that is also compassion. So once we have compassion in us, we are good human beings, we are good fellow citizens, and we are in the process of making this world better for all the inhabitants that live on earth. Now, showing compassion or kindness could be done in so many ways. When we give charity, it is compassion. When we give clothes to the needy, or we provide relief materials to the victims of natural calamities, this is all compassion. When we decide to volunteer for some humanitarian work, for some noble initiative, this is also compassion. For example, if there is a slum in our neighborhood, and the dwellers of that slum, they are very poor, they're sick, they're illiterate, and if we decide to spend some time in that slum trying to uplift the inhabitants of that slum, this is nothing but compassion. So we can show compassion in so many ways, as I have told you already, and it could be very small things, like if we smile at somebody, it could be compassion and nothing else. And nowadays we have a lot of courier boys, delivery boys, and even girls coming to deliver packets and documents to our doorstep. Sometimes they're coming withstanding heavy rains, sometimes they're coming walking in the hot sun, sweating and thirsty. So if we can spend just a minute to ask them if they would like to have a glass of water or some juice, I think it's one example of very, very solid, compassionate feeling. So try this. If you find a postman or a courier coming to your house at odd hours, facing a lot of difficulties, try to help that person, maybe with a smile or a glass of water. I think you will bring a lot of positive change in that person's life. And all these small things are drops. If added, they can make the ocean. I've told you about the courier or the postman. Now think of the driver of the bus or the driver of the cab who takes you to the destination. At the end of the trip, you can shake hands with the driver, or if you are very generous, you could take out a chocolate from your bag and hand it over to him or hand it over to her and say how grateful you are for the service rendered by him or service rendered by her. This is another example of compassion. Opening a door, helping somebody to board the bus, or if you see a senior citizen carrying a very heavy bag, and if you request that person to let you take that bag for some distance, I think this is another example of compassion. So just put your thinking cap and try to list out all the small things which could help you show compassion to the people who need it and whose life you can make more enjoyable, more colorful and better by showing compassion. Please try to do it. Helping people crossing the road, or bringing happiness wherever you see sadness, wherever you see people are morose. Actually, what you do by showing compassion is you make life easier for the other person. When you open the door for a senior citizen or for a lady who is holding a child in her lap, what actually you are doing, you are making one task less for that person before she or he reaches the destination. So as you reduce the tasks of other people by doing the task yourself, you are showing compassion. Show compassion and your life will become more meaningful, more positive. Thank you very much.